Good morning and welcome to A Sunday Thought. I'm Norma Cowie, and we're doing a bit of a follow up from last week when I talked about trying new things. This last week, I have been working on shorts. And was I happy with it all? No, but I learned a lot, and it's getting easier for me to do one and put one up, where etc. And if you haven't seen any of the shorts, you might want to take a look at them. I've got more aware of making the topics a little more exciting, or a little more what's the word I want to say here, um, that you want to take a look at them. The numbers are wonderful. I'm very happy with that. I'm also wanting to say thanks for everyone who makes a comment. Comments are really, really important to me, and I enjoy reading them, and I endeavor to answer most of them. I won't say answer every single one, but I at least put a like that I like that. It takes time and energy for people to sit down and actually make those comments, but I want you to know I truly appreciate them because it gives me an idea of what people want or like. And this last Wednesday, I did a, a show on, excuse me just a second. I got an itchy nose all of a sudden. Wonder why that is. But that's real. That's called, it's like live TV, right? You're on live. I'm on live. So I'll just keep that Kleenex handy. I was going to push it away. The one of the things is what I wanted to say is that I try learning to make the titles a little more exciting than I did originally. Well, I didn't even know how to get to there, but I did. So there are a number of them now, and there will be more, I am sure. But it's what I was talking about was comments before my nose started itching. I wonder what that means. And so, how you're living, what you're doing, and I actually put in taking a risks. We can have two ways we can go in life, keeping everything safe. But life has a way of throwing curveballs at us or situations. And because we don't live, most of us anyway, don't live as hermits, we live with family, friends, our society around us. And often, even with that, something comes in that we have to deal with. How we deal with life has a lot to do with our philosophy and our belief and our recognition of how we can handle and deal with things. Sometimes we don't deal with everything well. Sometimes the situations make our own inner systems go tense, nervous, full of stress. Sometimes things make us feel depressed or guilty or just regretful, and all of those things I'm beginning to go through myself in one way or another, because we don't live in a vacuum. And because we don't live in a vacuum, it means that we have to be able to have coping skills and awareness. I'm really glad. I have had so much happen in my life at different times that I am able to utilize those tools that I have learned. Some of them I think I've almost forgotten, and it'll come, oh, well, you can do this or that. and so I know how to deal with a lot of things that do come up. But life doesn't always run smoothly, and life doesn't always just present, okay, it looks like we're on a nice easy stretch here, when all of a sudden it's not so nice and easy. I want you to become aware and know that you are able to handle and deal with everything there is there. That it is a matter of confronting things straight and be honest with yourself inside. How do you feel about that? So, we are creatures of thinking and feelings. And I've often talked, I did just some of this on the shorts actually, because I realized that is something that often a lot of people don't realize. Now, most of you who watch a lot know, my philosophy is that this planet is an emotional planet. Not all planets are. And that in it being an emotional planet means that we have to deal with our feelings, because that's, as far as I'm concerned, is how our body talks to us. And how our body talks to us is that we need to listen. And if we can acknowledge the feeling, then what happens, the body feels heard and the feeling will usually subside. It may come back, but it's like sometimes we have to acknowledge over and over again. Put words to the feelings. That's the main thing. A lot of people want to go and analyze everything. Well, the body doesn't like that. The body doesn't want everything analyzed. It just wants acceptance. And that's another element that I talk a lot about, especially Monday, after seeing Monday nights when people are asking for mental mind treatments. And I ask for three numbers, and number 12 comes up a lot. Number 12 is the hangman in the tarot, and it's about acceptance of your condition, acceptance of what's happening, and acceptance of what's going on. If anyone's like me, they don't always want to accept what exactly is happening. So it's like we don't want to accept the total reality of, like, oh, here we go again, or whatever. So it's like knowing that you don't live in a vacuum and that you are interrelating with life on many levels. It's about acceptance and knowing that you have an opportunity to be able to deal and cope, and within that, be able to grow. Now, a lot of this will depend on your belief systems about a higher power. What is the higher power? Where does it come from? How can you utilize it? Over the years, I became aware of that there was a loving force in the universe. And I really don't care what people call that, as long as they can feel the connection with that loving force. The more you feel that connection and the more you stay connected to it. And it's like bringing it inside. It's not like having it way out here. I know as a kid, it was like I was praying to God that was way out here somewhere. It's like bringing it in and knowing that that force is within you. And it's very easy to forget it. I know it really well and I can move into it very easily, but I live a lot of my life not connected to it in every moment. But I know it's there, and when I need it, I can connect to it. So it's really working. And a lot of people find this through meditations. A lot of people find it because they go and they clear themselves enough that they, oh, there's this energy. But I found it outside of me first, brought and began to bring it in. I also had it reinforced through the past life regression work that I did for many years. And then it was like being able to have other people hook up with that and bring it inside to their body and take and heal the pain from other lives in themselves now, today. The loving force transforms, for sure. Worked with it for years and years and years. But in our lives, day to day, we also need to know that no matter what the risks are, no matter what's happening or what's going on, you have the ability to move forward. Move inward as you go forward. We'll put it that way. Moving inward as you move forward in life, recognizing the love source. As I said, whatever you call it, it's yours. I call it the love source because I find that's where it is. I mean, you can attribute many other names to it, and people do. And so as you move forward, the lovingness of that will really aid and really, really help. So, I usually like to leave a question for you to think about. I want you to think about where you are in relation to your life, and do you accept it as it is? Because the key is, until you accept something in its totality, you can't change it. It will remain the same. So it's very, very important to accept, but mostly is to recognize there is an energy that is always there to support you if you allow it in. And it's not something that's way out. It's not something that you hope. And as I say, hope, and when I was raised on hoping and praying, but it's like knowing that it's in, and as you think it, it will be. There's a saying, think and it is, or it will be. And it's very, very much connected with the mental element, but it's an emotional effect. So you're going to feel it. It's not something you can just have in your head. You've got to embody it and bring it in and know that it's all there. I want to wish you a great week. If you can, see what other shorts I put out during the week. And also Monday night, anything you feel like you'd like a prayer for, which is the mental mind treatments. Anything that you want to hear on Wednesdays. I think there's some very interesting topics that we've been sort of touching on. And I want you to have a good day. Go play. Go play. Lots of love. Bye now.